Okay, guys, it's time to get educational up in his house. I regret saying his house already. My name's Manuel. I'm a G. I need to shut up. Oh man, yeah, this is the FAPodcast episode 9. We're the last episode in our single digits, so technically, I guess we joined the double digits because we had episode 0. But fuck that. This is the last episode of single digits.
Hey.
As always, what? Because I said heck.
No, you're fine. Keep going.
As always, joined by Jeeves.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Jeeves. I do the drawing portion, as you all know, or as many of you know. And that's about it.
Yep. And joining us once again, it's Dr. Wes.
Hey, hello, boys and girls. I'm your friendly neighborhood Dr. West. We're under some special topics today. And guess what topic it is? 18 plus topics.
I thought you said something really lewd. I was like, I'll allow this. I was waiting for something like, I was like, I might have to bleep that later. But
no, we're still in PG-13, not 10 o'clock
yeah.
yet.
It's actually funny because I was talking about this, and don't worry, we're jumping. We do have all of you. By the way, before I go into like my little off topic thing, it's actually on topic, but we have our usual segments tonight. We're talking about a bunch of our game, JV people, some of the news, but we're talking a lot about actually this is really on topic because the topic I want to talk about tonight, besides maybe mentioning Dr. Ruth, because me and Wes have been talking about Dr. Ruth a lot lately. I wanted to talk about lewd content on the internet in terms of hot tub streams, just like streaming other ecchi type stuff. There's another podcast that like I didn't. A friend of mine was like, "Did you rip them off?" And I don't know, maybe Stacks did, but the Anime Man started a similar hentai podcast, and I didn't know this until like the other day, and it's been going since the pandemic started. So if you think we ripped them off, then hit dislike. I don't know.
Go ahead and add.
How does one dislike on Twitch? Put an angry emote in the chat.
He's the guy that you talk to, guys.
Yeah.
Go at
add me on Twitter and yell at me, and I guarantee you I will yell back because I will be drinking later on tonight, and I'll be an angry drunk boomer. And angry drunk boomers always reply to angry shit on the internet.
Okay.
I'll take the heat off of you because I can give a rat's ass to Anime Man. Like everyone's so like, oh, it's cool. It's not cool to hate on him. Like, I don't give a fuck about him. He's just some dude and some popular on YouTube.
We interviewed him. Okay, we interviewed him at
it's hard to hate on him because it's like I can care less about him. Like I get approached, people are like, watch Anime Man. I'm like, no, I don't care about who the hell he is. And people look at you all strange. Like,
the problem with him, and I don't know if it's funny because Snacks and I shared the same view. We both kind of we actually had a very funny moment. I wish he was here where we both kind of talked at once and said basically the same thing. Like we both think but I can't do it without someone else. But we both basically had the same idea that his one character trait his one personality trait is basically that he likes hentai, or he talks about hentai. He likes hentai because everyone kind of likes hentai, but he talks about hentai openly, and it's always like I just feel like he's that character personality trait, whatever, is a bit overused for him. So if anything, if I were him, I would. I mean, literally, if I were him and I was in his shoes, I would not do or I would do it, but then be a lot more coy about it. I don't know. I just feel like he's playing into a trope that he creates. Is it a trope if it's your own personality? I don't know. This deviation is surprisingly on topic. Yeah, we interviewed him at actually it's a con I won't mention, but we interviewed him in Texas several years back, and two things about him. One, they were nice. So I don't want to talk crap about them as people. Well, I say they because Anime Man was also there with, I think it's his wife now. It's definitely his girlfriend.
Okay, Darius.
Yeah, they were there together, and they were also there with I can't remember his name anymore. It's some other guy. Yeah, the bald dude. Because he's famous for doing some web show that I guess we didn't know this at the time because the web show was still kind of ongoing, but then it failed. But and a lot of people were mad at him after the fact. But we didn't know any of this yet because this happened like after our interview. But yeah, it was the three of them. Something Chronexia, that was the bald guy's name. I don't know if you put that in the chat already.
I actually have a picture of all four of them. But I have a picture of him with what the fuck is that ginger guy's name? The one that they had a fallout with? Lost Pause?
Yeah. I
have a picture of all four of them at Anime Expo before.
Oh yeah. But what's funny is that the three of them, they're really nice people. But I'll never
balls.
balls. Yes, they're very balls. But no, I'll never forget that they were a little what's the word I'm looking for? A little diva-y. And I don't know, they were acted very like divas. They had their little like security entourage from the con. Mind you, most cons give this to every guest, but a lot, especially the Japanese guests, will just be like, no, we have our own people, or like, we'll call you if we need you. But I get the feeling that they were just like, no, we want our entourage, because they had this like group of like, they were staff. They weren't like their friends per se. They had this group of like staff hanger-ons. And as somebody who interviews a lot of guests, you only see that. And I know I'm calling out a certain type of people here, but I'm going to just do it anyway. You only see that like in the cosplayers and in the YouTubers. And I'm just like,
no, that's a common thing. I see that a lot.
And I'm like, did they just let the quote unquote, they just let the fame go to their head or something? It's like, yes, I need my entourage. I just find that amusing, but I don't want to talk smack about them because I might do it too. So what am I saying?
You never know; they might have like a crazy fan, so they do need protection.
That is true, especially the cosplayers. Especially the cosplayers. I'd be like, yeah, you might have to like put an extra person there for fucking, I can't remember anyone's name now, but we
and also the YouTubers as well, because there has been instances where YouTubers have been hurt, killed, and maimed from wild fans. So it's like,
yeah, the problem with YouTubers, you have the whole parasocial relationship where like, it's like, I know. Oh, by the way, before we go any further, I just realized we need to talk about the art. Jordan, what are we drawing tonight?
I don't know. What are we drawing tonight?
Okay, so I thought you can start drawing a hot tub, by the way, so I can just get this out of the way right now. You can just find a hot tub if you want, just not draw that. But I want to eventually bring this around to hot tub streams and just not have a deep dive, because like we want to talk about all the other types of like ecchi thingies, but but we want to talk about hot tub streams in a minute. But if anyone wants to put a character in a hot tub or something funny in the hot tub, I don't know, throw an idea out there. If not, then we'll just come up with like, throw the anime man in a hot tub. Do that. Maybe we'll put that on. Maybe we can tag him in and he'll retweet it and we'll all get some follows.
Yeah, right. No, we're not gonna do that after we ripped into him. No, we're not gonna do that. That's rude.
I literally just called him a diva. I literally called him a diva, and then I'm like,
"You're calling the kettle black." I mean,
but no, I do want to reiterate. Like, we won't put him in there, but somebody give us an idea. I do want to reiterate that they
put in Dr. Ruth.
Do you know Dr. Ruth? She's the old white. She's like, I don't know what she is, but she's like Eastern European. She has an accent. She has a crazy accent.
She's Jewish.
She's
from Germany. I was looking her up because her birthday was last week. Happy birthday. She's still alive.
Yeah, it's actually hilarious.
She's still giving out sex expert advice.
Yeah, it's crazy because like when you brought her up, I don't know if it's because we typed the word Dr. Ruth and that's the way algorithms work. But like when I was on Facebook, I got a post from like some random page that puts new shit. It's like, oh, Dr. Ruth celebration 94th birthday. I'm like, how the fuck did they know? Of course, I didn't Dr. Ruth, but I'm like, it still blew my mind that I saw that. But yeah, when I was a kid, and she was already in her 70s. When I was a kid, like she was always like, what you need is good sex. I can't do the accent, so I'm not even try. But what you need is good sex in your life, and you need to get.
She's like, your boys and girls, what you need is lubricant when you're having intercourse. Lubricant helps. Don't shy from the lubricant. Use lubricant. Your partner may not produce lube, so provide some lube. Like it's funny. Really old school Jewish accent.
And it's hilarious.
What this is.
Google her real fast, and it's hilarious It's hilarious that West makes that particular reference because that's all I remember her from too. This
same here,
yeah. I had this girlfriend when I was really young, and no, this is actually before we were either of us were having sex. So get that idea out your head. But I remember I had this girlfriend when I was really young, and she was legitimately trying to get me to watch Dr. Ruth for like the sex advice and shit like that. It's like, yeah, when we do that, we were kids. We weren't kids, but we were like, but when we do this, we should follow her advice. I'm like, dude, she's like 100. She's 100. Why is she talking about? Because I was a kid and I was stupid, but it's cool. I mean, like, we don't like to think of. Ever seen that meme where it's all like the little nice old lady you see at the bus stop? She's probably had hardcore sex in her life at some point. And it's like, it's true. You just don't think about it.
It's funny you mentioned bus stop because I have a bus stop story.
Did you? Was there people having sex at the bus stop?
Hey,
sorry, I can't stop laughing. I don't know why I got that visual in my head of like this old couple just like trying to be adventurous. Like, yeah, nobody will stop an old person. Because there was some John Oliver thing where they were talking about like helping out old people. It's like, if you can't afford your groceries, just steal. Like, no one's gonna stop the old person from stealing, which is true.
Look at that.
Which is true. If I was at a Walmart, there was this old lady in a walker. She just like shoved a ham in her purse. I'd be like, I didn't see anything. I probably do that for anyone, but especially for the old lady, I'd be like, yeah, the old lady gets the ham. It's fine. Here, I'll put another one in there for her.
Yeah.
You walk her out.
No, here you go, lady. I'll help you carry your stolen hams. Oh my god, what are we talking about? Oh no, my grandparents. Yeah, they know hot dog water. Fill the tub with hot dog. With a hot dog.
That's a good one. Hot dog. Yeah.
If you can't do Dr. Ruth, you could draw the hot dog. But you draw. I can't see what you're drawing yet because for some reason the video. Let me reload it. Okay, there it goes. Okay, you did Dr. Ruth. Draw her with some hot dogs around. She has a pack of hot dogs because maybe she uses hot.
She has a pack of hot
Hey, everyone loves hot dogs, especially Costco.
I've been watching so much. Okay. I gotta be careful what I say about this, but I've been watching so many prison YouTube channels lately. Like, people who come out of prison and now they're just talking about their experiences or whatever. There's a really good one called After Prison Show, but there's a lot of others. And I've been learning so much about like prison slang and prison culture. But one of the things I learned is that like when you like in either a co-ed prison, which are a thing by the way, but either in co-ed prisons or in like all female prisons. I guess like this one YouTuber only knew about it because it happened in a co-ed prison, and he's like, "Why do they do this?" Like, "Oh, because it happens to females too." That when you buy like a summer sausage, which apparently is a very common item because they use it all the time in prison cooking, a summer sausage or like a salami, or I don't think they sell hot dogs like in those when you buy like your snacks or whatever, but like those kind of things that when you buy it either at a co-ed or in a female facility, they have them already cut up, so potentially they are only used for eating. Let's just leave it at that.
God,
and
eating with both mouths or one mouth?
Are you thinking what I think you're thinking, like double ending it or something?
I mean, there's two ends of a hot dog, so you never know. You might be sharing.
Oh my god, this show went places I didn't know. Well, I don't know. Sexual experimentation is something Dr. Ruth talked about, so we're living up to her expectations here, talking about this right now. I hope that woman lives to like 150 and still going on about her sex life. I really hope she does.
She's old too.
Man.
She's over.
She's 94. No, she's 94.
93.
93? Yeah, she's old. She's in her 90s, and it's like she's. Like I said, like when I saw her, she was already like ancient looking, and
because she met Obama apparently. And
part of me, yeah.
She was 100.
Probably imagining him naked, probably.
Yeah, I was and now she's like, oh, like let me. I remember. I don't know if you remember when Obama was running for his first term, but there was that girl who did I think it was like I Heart Obama or something. It was on YouTube in like 2008 or whatever year that was. And so it was old ass YouTube. And I remember she was just like there was this whole thing about the internet sexifying Barack Obama before his first term. My point to bringing that up is that Ruth was totally in that. She's like, yeah, I saw those pictures on the internet with you in just like your swimming trunks or whatever. There's a lot of those pictures floating around. It's like, oh, look at Barack Obama just like with his 6-pack or whatever. It's like, well, I don't think he had like a full on like hard ass like raging 6-pack, but it was like, why did I say it like that? Like, here, I think I'm discovering things about myself, guys.
I mean, as a doctor, you're coming to a realization that your sexuality has gone expanding.
Yeah, it's like
from a person of color to a different type of sex.
I mean,
you might want to explore that more. You could just feel more comfortable letting.
He is a very good looking man. So like I wouldn't fault anyone.
I agree.
I wouldn't fault anyone. Even now he is. But anyways, this could turn to a Barack Obama appreciation post. Let's just move on. Remember when that was a
silver fox look now? So
remember when it was a meme to just blame Obama for everything? Which was funny. Which was funny until it became like a very right-wing meme thing. But it was funny for a while. It's like, oh, my pencil broke. Damn you, Obama. You know, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, well we'll use it unironically. You know.
Yeah.
They turned it into something good. It was supposed to be something bad, but now we're making it into a meme.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
what we're doing. Making it into a meme, so it sounds more positive than it is.
Damn you, Obama! making me think stupid, sexy Obama thoughts. Damn you, Obama!
Ah, stupid, sexy Obama.
Yeah, I'm just imagining him. And I have this very particular picture. I think it was on a cover of like People magazine or something like that, where he was like coming out of a pool, and they took the picture of him like, you know, you can't see what I'm doing, but they took a picture of him like half out, like, but yeah, and it was like you know, waist up kind of shot, but he's like wet and everything, and you could see, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm discovering things about myself, guys. I'm actually kind of gay, guys. I apologize. It is the right month for this.
Manuel,
yes.
was he like the chick from Fast Time at Ridgemont High?
Yes.
Instead of the chick, it's Obama coming out of the pool. And it's like, hi, I'm Manuel.
And the worst part is, even though you kept saying the Fast Time thing, when I was trying to, and I've seen that movie many times, and I've seen that image many times. Everyone's seen it probably once you look at it, because they would put it in like compilation shit. But even in my own head, even though I've never seen it in motion because it was a picture of Obama, I just imagined Obama doing it. I got a problem. I gotta stop. This is when Manuel realizes he's a little too into Obama here. My God, I'm actually crying, guys.
It'd be funny. You keep imagining it, and then you mistakenly call him Mandingo, and it's like, whoa.
Let's move on. Okay, I just realized we really lost the goat here. So, guys, we're talking about ecchi things on the internet, ecchi content on the internet. So, Anime Man, he does a podcast. It's probably not all like that hardcore, but they talk about shit. And Kaho's been on there. We talked about her last week. I think she's on there recently, actually. And
she's on right now.
Is she on right now?
Yeah.
Nobody go watch Shibuya Kaho, anyways.
But you have the little piggies.
Are you watching it right now? He's legit.
I've seen her Instagram right now.
Oh, I think he legit has her stream open on another window. But
wait, who's the Anime Man? Who's that?
He's called the Anime. He's like he's Australian. He has like bushy hair.
Wait. Do I know this guy?
His real name is kind of out there. I mean, not that he ever hit it, but his real name is out there. I just forgot what it is.
Oh, this guy on the Trash Case podcast. Yeah. Oh, I know this guy.
Yes, there you go.
I love this guy.
Here I am talking shit. Yeah, here we are. Like we don't like. Well, I don't dislike him.
Oh, nice. He talks about a lot of my favorite artists too. I appreciate that.
Oh, here. So, what Jeeves is saying there is that me and Wes are going to have to beat him up afterwards. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
No, I'm just gonna wait when the mountain. What you call it? Not to say hi to him. It's like, okay.
Obama hentai. I'm sure Obama hentai exists. I'm not going to look that up.
It exists since day one.
I know. I'm positive that exists.
It does.
As a matter of fact, I'm 99% sure somebody has showed me it, like just as a joke, like in the past. I only quote unquote only vaguely remember it. It's like filed in there perfectly. But anyways, no. But I don't know. It's funny because I was talking to Jordan about this. I keep calling you 8 different names. It's fine. No, fucking Katsu, Jordan. I almost called you something else I don't even want to say because I wouldn't say that live. Okay, I'll say it because I don't want people to think I was calling something racist. I was gonna call you Jizzy, as in like jizz, as in man juice, and like yes.
Anyway, go on. Go whatever you were talking about.
No, the only reason I mentioned I wasn't gonna say. The only reason I mentioned I don't want people to think I was gonna say something really horrible.
You're going on so many tangents. Just continue with what you were saying.
When we were talking about the other night on, I don't know if we were live yet. I don't think we were live. Was that well, I think we kind of changed it for this show. I'm not gonna lie, but I was mentioning how I always considered this, the FA podcast, more PG-13 than 18+. Because I think we go far more hardcore, like on DTL, even though it's a much longer show, and our hardcore moments are more like interspersed. Like there'll be the time we just go on about P. That's not really 18+. But then we'll start talking about like, what's his face talking about doing that tile coon thing where the dude like came on the tiles and he was like turned on by tiles. And then we had this whole thing about like people being turned on by weird things. And then then we've had other weird sex talk things. I think not just me, by the way. I just say me because I don't want to name the people unless you didn't watch that DTL or want to dig it up. But I and others in the shows have literally gone into like sex history, like our sexual history at points. So you can almost mine DTL for like more FAP style content. And I just found that funny. But then again, part of me feels that in order to make it more of a show, in order to make it more digestible, it still has to be that like R rate. I guess our ratings mean so little these days, I feel. But it has to be like that kind of like where the teens can still get it, where it's not like it gets age blocked on YouTube or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just how it is.
I just find it funny because like, how do I say this? How do I say this right? Because Twitch and YouTube have like different policies when it comes to actually, they have very similar policies about what they allow, but then because Twitch is more like all live all the time, and where YouTube is more like you just upload something and see what happens, Twitch is a lot more reactive when it comes to like, oh, someone's doing it. And I think like we can't even put like I've thought about putting the word hentai in the tag, and somebody was telling me that like, oh, you're just looking to get your stream like shut down by Twitch or something like that, and until as far as I know, the hashtag hentai is not usable in most social media sites. Instagram, it's a ban. Well, okay. I think somebody told me it's not anymore, but for the longest time it wasn't. And Twitch also has a whole catalog of like games that are banned. Huh?
Oh, go on.
Oh, games that are banned. And there's the obvious ones that are about sex and like just straight up, and it's like they're straight up just porn games. But then there's a lot of games on that list that aren't. I hate the guy. I don't want to like promote his game, but Yandere Simulator's on there, and there's no sex in that. But yet, like all the big like, and technically you can't show like nudity during games, quote unquote. But yet, it's fine to show like the God of War sex scene. Where like there's titties. I mean, like the sex scene's off screen, but you see titties, and I just find that funny. I just find it's a weird double standard. I don't know where I'm going with this. Weston, save me here. What do you think? What do you think's a good standard to follow for this show? Like keeping it like sort of everyone, even though it's a step above, or keeping it like more adult?
I mean, keep it more adult, but try to use more of an educational term for it. Like instead of saying nipples, you say breasts. Instead of saying, see, that's the kind of thing that people need to get out of. It's like you need to be more comfortable with it instead of just giggling about it like a little schoolgirl.
I mean,
but the thing is like what I try to do, I try to use an educational term for it, so that it's more like, no, I'm not saying it in a vulgar way. I'm saying it like a professional way, like if you to hear it from a school textbook on the level of it.
Vagina instead of everything else. But what's funny, I giggle there, but I remember earlier in another chat somebody was going on. We were talking about like trucks that get damaged by ignoring the height limit, and at some point they're all like, "Oh yeah, but all professional truck drivers should know how tall their truck is and how big their load is." And of course, me in there in the chat's all like, "I'm like you said how big their load is," and I'm like, "How the fuck?" And this was today. This was not like something I did weeks ago. This was like 5 hours ago, and I was like, "How old am I again?"
Depends on what we're talking about.
But yeah, like it's like that fucking that Blink-182 song "What's My Age Again." That's a throwback. But no, I was like, I can't believe I said that. Like that was such a. Not only was that obviously off topic, but it was like it wasn't even funny. Really, I was just like, I'm like that would have been funny when I was 13. Like I would have said it, and I would be the only one who laughed at it. But here I was saying it again, not 13. So yeah. I don't know. What's this? What's Pleiades? What are Pleiades? The Pleiades go. You know, episode Docs who said what about sex stuff? Manuel, racist as AF. What are you talking about? But sorry, I finally read some of the chat because I hadn't had it loaded for a while. I wanted to see what Jordan was drawing.
I think I'm botching it.
But so this all kind of comes back in point because we're talking about the hot tub streams that have been like all over Twitch lately, and I find these so interesting. And I don't mean it I don't want to come at this sounding like, how do I say this? I don't want to come at this because there are a ton of these people already on these streams. I actually jumped in a bunch. I'm sure there's a million of them going on right now. It's Friday night. But I jumped in on a bunch like over the past couple weeks just for the fuck of it. Just to see what. And I actually was going to joke and put this in the hot tub category. I decided not to at the last minute. I actually forgot. I'll be honest with you. I forgot. And I remember right before we went live and I'm like, nah, I don't feel like redoing the tags. But by the way, one of the tags is VTuber. There's no VTubers there. But
no, don't do that. Take that off. Take that off. Take that off just right now.
I don't think you're over here. I upset. I upset Jeez by saying that.
Do that.
Leave it alone.
That's how you really get people to hate you.
Okay, take out the VTuber tag. Jeez, it's gone. It really did take it off. But anyways, I like how that upset you. Anyways, but I don't want to come at it like one of those people who's like, oh, it's like, damn, e-girls ruining my gaming site. Get out of here, girls. You know, I don't want to be like that because that's what. And first of all, I want to note that even though I'm not even gonna try to like, you know. And anyone who says otherwise is gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna try to pretend like the ones who are mostly doing it and the ones who are making the most money on it are female. But there are guys doing it as well. And I dropped in a couple of those, and it was just like. And what I find most interesting about the guy ones is I was under the impression that, and I think this is the fact, that nipples are banned everywhere on Twitch.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. And I think the idea is it's meant to be across the board because it's not going to be like, oh, female facing, I forgot what the word is, but anyways, it's not like we're not going to discriminate against like any type of specific nipple. All nipples are banned. But apparently that's not the case when it comes to hot tub streams. Male presenting, that's the word I was looking for, presenting. Male presenting nipples can still be shown. So like homeboys are out here with their nipples out on Twitch, and I thought I would never see that. And I also want to back up a bit. And for those who don't understand what the hot tub stream is, some of them, it's kind of a catch-all category as well because there's a huge subset within it where people just bring in a kiddie pool into their room and then like stand in it, and this is allowed. And it just blows my mind. But the reason I'm so shocked that rather than crack down on it, and probably could just make it a ton of money. I'm not even. That's the end of the day. That's what it was. But I'm not gonna. I'm still shocked that rather than crack down on it, Twitch is like, yeah, we'll just give it a category, and we'll accept it. Because now it's all like, then why? How are nipples still banned elsewhere? How is like the high camera angle, which by the way was a big thing. And I'm not saying that we should ban these female streamers who put like, you know, the boob cam kind of angle or whatever the hell. I'm actually more saying we should allow it. I'm just like, why specify that when it's a hot tub, this stuff is fine? And by the way, one of the big things you do in hot tub streams, which It was funny because we were joking about doing it on for DTL one day, but like a fake one where we just put like the overlay over us. But one of the big things you do in hot tub streams is you'll get tips. Like, you know, by the way, like I think I've gotten like 2 tips on the A to J channel like forever. So I'm not really bits. I guess bits. They got tons of bits. Wes, you give me lots of bits, and people they give me bits. But I mean, like I think it's typically if you give like an actual like, you know, a tip through Streamlabs or whatever. But like, oh, $20 and I'll write my name on my butt, you know, like literally. I'm not just saying that, like, and they'll be like, and then they write their name on their butt because the girls are like wearing a bikini or something like that. And I'm just like, what are these streams? And then like someone's like, I'll give you 50 if you put it on your belly button. It's like, there you go. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Wouldn't we do that if we could? Wouldn't you do that, Jeeves?
What? Write down my name for that for monetization?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, $50 to write your name. Yeah, why not?
$50 name on Jeeves' butt right now. Let's do it. No one's gonna do
takers.
Any takers. Any takers. Come on. Give us a little bit and we'll write your name on his butt.
I thought you were gonna rhyme that with something else, but anyways.
No, I can't. Like
yeah,
I said,
I was gonna say like I thought you were gonna say, I'm like, Wes, you're about to break your own word earlier. It's like, nope. Bitch, there's an easy rhyme there, but if you said it, it's like you would have broken your whole little thing earlier.
No, what I do is I am planting your mind so now you know what it is.
How do next work? I don't know.
How do next work? A lot of anime artists have to discover that one day. Not anime artists, but a lot of like Western anime fans have to discover that when they're drawing anime art. Oh, yeah, like nothing killed like and I don't want to rag at anyone because anyone can draw better than me. Like, doesn't matter what you're drawing. You draw a stick figure, you're drawing it better than me. But like, there's so much anime art ruined for me. When I look at it, I'm like, what's going on with their neck? It's like, what is this? What is this? Is that how necks work?
That's the beauty of like anime, especially, is that like despite like proportions and whatever like that, you can be as unrealistic as you want with your characters.
Yeah.
And honestly, you could make a like an odd neck work. Like I think Clamp's been making a career out of that. So yeah, just go with it. Just own it. and don't listen to them. Yeah, like I didn't necessarily say it was a bad thing. I just say every so often I'm just like, is that how necks work? I'm just confused.
According to Clamp.
Yeah. And then put a necklace on it to like draw attention to it. It's even better. But
and I know how boobs work, that's for sure.
Oh god, I remember speaking more education. Sorry to jump back to this, but I just remember this story. I remember one time I was sitting I was chilling with some friends of mine, and we were like early high school age, like maybe 9th, 10th grade ish, and we were just sitting around like, you know, playing Dreamcast, what the fuck we were doing at that age, playing like, you know, whatever the fuck we were playing. And one of my friends was like, you ever realize how our dead serious, this is the actual thing he said, this is not like, can you like one of those fake ass like things I'm gonna tweet about. He was like, don't you guys think that we use oh no wait, he's like, are you surprised that we use very mature like words for things? Like, huh? It's like, yeah, it's like we don't use words and we don't use words like hooters and tits. We call them boobs. And we all just looked at him like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, yeah, and it's not, I forgot what word he used, I really did forget. He's like, it's not a whatever, it's a dick. And he wasn't joking. He thought these were like, you know, more proper terms to use in polite conversation. And I was like, what? But yeah, anyways, my point to bringing all this up is boobs is apparently, and it's still an inside joke to the one person in that friend group I still talk to, that boobs is like the catch-all end-all like proper term to use. And yeah, because I brought this all up because you called them boobs earlier, like earlier as in 2 seconds ago. Anyways, what are your views on hot tub streams, Wes?
I don't really, well, I try not to do that because it's like looking at a display that you cannot really like see or do. So I kind of avoid that because it's like not me. I mean that's fair. For a good time, more power to you. But there's some people who are like, oh, I'm gonna take advantage of this and make a whole lot of money out of dumbasses, or just teach people money's worth because they now they can do it. Before they couldn't do it.
Well, I'm always like, more power to people who can monetize what they can monetize. Yeah. Like, that's a valid reason you don't want. It's not really your cup of tea, so to speak. What are your views, Jeeves?
I don't really have any views on it. I mean, to each their own. You know, if you want to do a hot tub stream, you can do a hot tub stream. Whatever.
So you're not gonna jump into the hot tub streams with any of your future endeavors or anything like that. That's where the in money is right now. You gotta capitalize on it.
I'd only do it unironic. I do it ironically.
It's funny because we've even like tapped into it like briefly during our last not the one that was kind of a failed one this week, but our last GPZ last week or 2 weeks ago when it was. And I've been talking, like I said this, I've been talking about putting the DTL in the category, just putting all of us like, you know, with fake hot tubs around us. I'm just afraid that somebody will end up writing a name on themselves, which I guess is valid. I guess, like, you know, I just don't want to deal with that. I'm like, the stream is going really off the walls when we're all drunk. And that's the other thing. I forgot to mention this. It's so crazy watching hot tub streams because both Twitch and YouTube, and these used to be categories on both. It used to be that you could go on Twitch, you could watch someone drink themselves to death basically live. Like it was an actual like category you could go, and it'd be somebody just like shots for, you know, for like tips or whatever, or like you would see somebody like down a whole vodka bottle or shit like that. And then eventually Twitch and YouTube both got rid of this. And as a matter of fact, it's one of the reasons why I don't monetize DTLs on YouTube, because I don't feel like clicking the button that says just like, you know, this heavy like, you know, quote unquote drug use or whatever. And I did look it up. Apparently alcohol is still considered a drug, which I guess it is. But I don't want to click on that. I'm just like, I don't want to draw attention from the YouTube police. So I just leave it unmonetized. But you can drink in the hot tub streams to the point of like passing out. And that's allowed, apparently. It's just like this whole crazy not no man's land, I guess technically, but this whole crazy lawless, like, I guess no man's land still works in that terminology. This lawless no man's land, the Wild West. It's crazy. It's like bringing back like the Twitch from like 6 years ago or 8 years ago, but it's like you have to be in a hot tub or the kiddie pool. Happiness.
It's also kind of like when you can't sleep on stream either, or like do like a sleep stream as you call it.
Yeah.
You gotta have some kind of content keep on going. When Ludwig did his month of stream, and you know he had to fall asleep on camera, you know he had his mods and stuff, you know, fill the gaps, you know, fill the void.
I was confused. Did they take over that stream? I never watched that. Did they start like playing a game or something, or just start...
they would play games. They would play like videos too, like just to, you know, keep the audience, you know, entertained and whatnot. And yeah, it was like, oh, that's a good idea. You know, well, you know, if you have mods, of course, you know. Trying to figure out how to draw this boob squish.
This boob squish.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I have to keep wait. Oh, I know why. Because it still says I have no internet. Hold on, sorry. No, I don't know why. For some reason, my freaking iPad keeps saying I have no internet, and I just realized because I connected to my phone, and my phone doesn't have its hotspot on.
Let's see. Maybe I can consider what kind of bikini would she?
Sorry.
This would be like a. Oh,
that looks kind of like Wilma Flint's. Oh wait, I got an ad. I don't. How do I get ads on my? I'm logged into Ada J Place here. How do they give me my own ad? Anyways, but yeah, I don't know. I just find it interesting. And like, how do I say this? It really just makes me think that everything we do here, like as in on the FAP, it's all like we can never be as bad as a hot tub stream, and that upsets me. And I know this is
bad.
As in like.
You also got to consider that streaming is for many people, it's their way of life. It's their career. So, you know, a lot of people follow trends. That's just how media is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
can you blame them? No, I don't think I can.
Blame them for being divas at convention. I'm just kidding. But no, it's like, I guess it's a thing, and I look at streaming totally differently. And once again, I guess if somehow we gained 1,000 viewers this second, it'd be like, oh shit. It's like everyone just, you know, like I would fucking be like, oh, hot tub stream guys, everyone start writing names on your asses. A mass of people to do that. That sounds weird. Anyways, The funny thing about this conversation is I'm actually 100% sober. I imagine how I'd be doing this if I was drunk. Gosh, I lost my goat here. What was I saying?
I don't know, man. What were you talking about?
I just go to the dark side. I go to the dark side if I had and I would just make content and chase the trends too. I don't know about TikTok lately, and it's just like, this is probably the most unboomer thing. This is probably the most like, old person portraying to be young thing I've ever said. But like every so often, like I'll watch like a video from like a YouTuber like Danny Gonzalez or like Drew Gooden or someone like that, and they'll talk about like, oh, TikTok has a cult, or TikTok has this Indian Joker thing, or whatever other like TikTok phenomena. And I'm like, you guys are so late. That's already over by the time you guys are talking about it. By the time you guys edited this video together and put it on YouTube, that trend's gone. You gotta go look up all the fucking it's been a while like videos now. But anyways, I always find that funny. That's like, but I don't know. I'm too old to chase trends, and I think I was always too old to chase trends, even when I wasn't. It's like I never had that mindset. I was just too busy playing my nerdy D&D, which means nothing to everyone who's watching on YouTube because we cut that part out of the version that we're showing there. Anyways, let's talk more shit about the anime man.
No, let's not. I like his content. There's nothing wrong with what he does, I think. Nothing. You can talk shit, but like I'm just saying, like I got nothing to say.
The best part about waking up, by the way, but the best part about this entire show is I just realized I never opened the outline, which I did do, by the way, and like I try to open it now, and it's like frozen. Okay, there it goes, it unfroze. Have you guys ever seen that video? I mean, that commercial. I actually grew up with it, so whenever I think like the internet just discovered it again, like last year or something like that, because I see it all over the place.
What, the Folgers one?
Yes, the one where it's all like, "You're my present, brother," or whatever, and they're giving each other like the "fuck me" eyes or whatever. It's like, dude, even as a kid, and I mean a literal kid, like when I didn't really know like about like, I was really confused. Like I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what? It's like, that's his sister, right? That's her brother, you know. And it's funny because there's nothing ambiguous about it. It's not even like, oh, you guys are reading too much into it. It's literally like they're giving each other like they had to have known. Like the editing is there, the writing is there, the acting. You know, they had sex after that. You know, the acting is there, and so on. It's like Folgers. Was that I'm going to offend everyone in that. Was that an ad made for like people like in like fucking the deep south, and it somehow got like spread to the rest of the country and nobody noticed? Because I saw it. No, because I saw it and I was just like, what the hell? Yeah. I really wonder. Like, part of me feels like that was regional marketing that just got like out of hand. And it's funny because somebody it wasn't a Folgers thing, but somebody I can't stop laughing. Wait, what is this? Roll Tide. What is Roll Tide? But I don't know. That commercial always stuck with me. There was like there's a few random commercials, like the Sticker City commercial. There's this Bleach commercial. Like some other ones have jingles, but for some reason that fucking Folgers commercial. And apparently there are others, and I'll be real, I only saw that one. The one where it was Christmas and he was the gift or whatever. But apparently there's like a mini series of like 3 of them that were like that. I only know this because the YouTube's compiled them. But yeah, and you can look them up. It's like Rule 34 Folgers. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Cute drawing. Well, it still won't show me the drawing. I swear, it's like fucking my app just wants me to be surprised by it. I don't know.
That's
why.
Fine. There's like nothing. I haven't really like developed this drawing that much yet, so you'll probably
the
just see
Alabama
it.
Crimson title. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide. What is the Alabama Crimson Tide? That sounds like. I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna say Alabama, but I decided not to specify Alabama specifically. And it's funny because I stopped saying this thing because I didn't want to bring it up again, because I'm like, I don't want to bring out Alabama, but since somebody already did the chat, I'll just say it. There was it wasn't about the Folgers commercial. There was another commercial that has similar incesty type things to it, and somebody made a reference that they know for a fact that was a commercial for like a local chain, and that wasn't a national commercial. And then someone in the replies, it was like, this is like a Reddit thread, by the way. Someone in the replies is all like, "Oh, just because it's about incest doesn't mean it's from Alabama." And then somebody brought up a good point. It's like, nobody mentioned Alabama until you just did. Are you from Alabama? And you're like offended. But yeah, you can be from Alabama and not be incestuous. I'm just fucking with the internet. It's the Florida man thing, but that's the Alabama thing. Also, the California person's like a hipster, so just roll with your horrible stereotypes.
Did you see the post about the Florida people? There's no color. They're just Florida.
They're just Florida. No.
There's no white people. There's no black people in Florida. There's just Florida people.
There's this YouTuber I watch called Internet Comment Etiquette. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he did a video recently, like last month, on Florida Man, and he was reacting to all these. It's a reaction channel, but like, you know, he does comments or whatever. But there was one where it's all like, this dude set like a raccoon on fire. Well, he tried to, and so people stopped him. But like, there were all these things about people like in the comments were like, just let him. It's like, oh, you guys are fucking weird. And then as the video goes on, they find more people who are like trying to set animals on fire. I'm like, who is that? What Florida does? And I don't mean like a kid, like, you know, psychotic kid, but like a kid doing it. It's like just like an old man is like, damn, raccoon was eating my garbage, I tried to set him on fire. It's like, what? Whose solution to anything is that shoot him or something? It's like, what? Shoot the raccoon. I mean, maybe the person too, I don't know, maybe it's a monster, but shoot the raccoon. I mean, like, don't, like, why is it your first reaction to set it on fire? Which I think is the whole reason they got arrested, because that's like cruelty, but shooting them would be just like just getting rid of a pest. But yeah, anyway.
One of the things I do know about, you know, from people that have talked about them living in Florida and whatnot, is that there's nothing to do in Florida. And so to pass the time or to do whatever, a lot of them have developed this mindset that like, oh, let's play with the wildlife, because they got alligators in their backyards, they have a bunch of, you know, it's hot there all the time, and to be in the house while, you know, the heat's busting out, it's like, oh, okay, there has to be something to do, kind of thing.
Oh my god.
And I guess that's just built up over time.
Set animals on fire. When I was younger, I had an ex-girlfriend who, but I say when I was younger, it actually wasn't that long ago, but I had an ex-girlfriend from Florida, and we said an animal. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, but we used to always go. I used to have to go visit. I say have to because I didn't like her family much. But I used to have to go visit her family in Florida a lot. And I didn't like Florida in general. And like, I'll never forget the first time I went. And this is my first time ever in Florida too. It was nighttime, and we were hanging out with some friends of hers, like not her family. So they were not annoying per se, but they wanted to go hang out at this like what do you call those things? A playground? What do you call those things that kids play at in parks? They want to go hang at a playground. Yeah. Like, mind you, like, this was a while ago, so I was in my 20s, and like they were in their 20s too. So like, but I was still like, is this what people in Florida do? It's like, we're adults. It's like, let's go to a bar. But no, we went to this playground. But it was like, it was nighttime, mind you. Like, not like it was like 1 a.m. to get arrested. But it was like dark, and it was like maybe like in the winter time, it's probably like 5 or 6 at nighttime ish. But it was so fucking hot and humid. I was like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Taiwan. Honestly, it feels like Taiwan. If you've been to Taiwan, like, it just felt so disgusting. And I was just like, why are you outside if you could fucking avoid it? And I remember I was just in such a bad mood. I was just like, I went to go, like, I sat on like some fucking like slide thing, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna do anything. It's like, I refuse to like live in this weather.
Yeah. Also, you guys are adults going to the playground, and like,
exactly. Like, there were no kids there. There were no kids there, obviously, because it was nighttime. But I'm like, why? Like, how old are we?
And see, that's what I mean about, like, you know, people that live in Florida. It's like doing that, or not even Florida. A lot of like the South, like, has just been used to like going to, like, taking their bikes, going to the park, going to graveyards, hanging out with their friends there. And like all the movies that you see are true. Like what you call it, you know, when all the gang gets together and they go jumping into the river, or like taking their bikes to go into town. Like, that's how it was in the South.
Yeah, apparently my ex-girlfriend was saying that, like, when she was in high school, her and her friend, I think one of them was that friend we went to the fucking place with. But when they were like in high school, that they all went to the local like pond and went skinny dipping or whatever, and I'm like, are you guys from like, is this a fucking movie? It's like, what is this? But and mind you, they lived in Hollywood they lived in like a suburb outside of Hollywood. But if you don't know where Hollywood, Florida is, it's like outside of like Miami, but it's like not a small city. It's like the equivalent of like probably being in like San Diego, like a little suburb of San Diego. But it was like, I remember when we were like going around the place, it's like I was like, why are there cows in these empty lots? And I mean, like, mind you, the housing is bigger than like the residential housing. I mean, we're way off topic, but let me just finish the story. But the residential housing is bigger than it is like in most suburbs like of LA. But it was still like a mansion. There was a house. There was a house. There was a house. There was an empty lot with cows in it. And it was like, and by an empty lot, I mean it's a normal house type lot that just had cows in it. And I was like, what is this? And they're like, and you would see it all the time in this little area. Like this one particular like residential area. It's like, oh yeah, like people just like, this is where they put their cows during like the winter or what. This is where they store their extra cows. Like who stores their extra cows here? McDonald's? I'm like, what is going on here? Why are these cows like next to a house? What happens when these people are living there? It's like, do they wake up with like moo or whatever?
Like when they yell, since there are a lot of them, you smell the manure too if it's close by.
Thank you. That was so. I had so many questions, and like once again, I want to reiterate: this is not like a big empty lot, like a field, like a big empty field. This is like like somebody either never built a house on this little plot of land or tore down the house to put the cows there. And it's like, what the fuck? And like, this wasn't exactly a bad area. Like, I don't want to say like the houses next to each side of the cows were like run down. It was a pretty nice middle class looking area, and it's like, but there are cows in like every third lot. Maybe not that many, but like every fourth or fifth lot. But anyways, that's my cow story from Florida. Also, there are casinos in Florida because like Florida has a lot of like tribal casinos there, and but like unlike here in California, I don't know if anyone ever goes to like the casinos in Southern California, the tribal ones. They're like in the middle of nowhere, but the ones in Florida are usually like in Hollywood and Miami and shit like that. So it was kind of interesting just seeing like mini Vegas in an actual city, not Vegas, you know.
Yeah, because majority of like the casinos you do see are in Vegas, or like you say, it's like out in like middle of nowhere. It's like, why would anyone go there? Yeah,
right? unless you're that obsessed with gambling. I want a cheap casino buffet. I actually had a friend of mine who used to work with. Oh god, I swear, last story. I swear. Don't let me tell another one. I used to have a friend of mine who used to work with me at Priority City, and they told me about this free bus because like they're meant to like take people, typically old people, but they want to take people to the casinos just to like gamble, and they bring you back. And there's like so many buses every certain day in this one Carl's Jr. parking lot. And I remember she told me that she used to like going to the casino just to go to the buffet. And I'm like, you got on a random free bus, went for a couple hour drive, got like a buffet lunch at the casino, which I'm sure I hope was good, and then you like took a few hours back, and she would do this like every couple weeks or so. I'm just like, what?
You know, there's always that thing in movies where it's like, yeah, the shrimps at the buffet were the best. Like, I'm like, is that true? Like, I love shrimp, but I don't know if that's true.
I'll stop telling my stories. Never mind. Okay, I'll just stop there. Anyways, hey, Temecula is not entirely the middle. Yes, it is. Nobody goes to Temecula. Aren't you from Temecula? West?
What is Temecula?
I'm like doxing you. I don't think you actually are, but yeah. No, are you there? Oh, you're like in San Diego. Never mind. Now I really did dox you. But anyway, let's move on. Well, San Diego's a big place. Oh, you live in Temecula. There you go, Mr. Soccer. Yeah, like nobody lives in Temecula. We actually do have we do have other things in the show. We'll move on. We'll still go back to Dr. Ruth and everything else in a second. I think I told most of my Dr. Ruth stories, except that she was. Did you have any fun watching her when you were younger, Wes? I feel like I haven't seen her on TV lately. When I googled her the other day, she is still very much doing appearances. I guess they're just under my not watching daytime TV radar, so I just don't see it. Do you have any other memories besides lubrication, Wes, about Dr. Ruth?
I think the very first episode of
I called you Dr. Ruth. Sorry.
You idiot!
I said that. I legit. I don't know if you guys heard what I said, but like, do you guys have? I said, do you have any other memories about Wes, Dr. Ruth?
I heard it too, and like I just didn't pay attention because I was drawing. I was just like, wait.
Like I legit called you Dr. Ruth. Anyways, Dr. Ruth, continue.
You did it again.
Yes. Last time I was on purpose. Just keep going. Any other memories?
I think the very first episode I seen was, I want to say, I think it was cable. Yeah, it was cable, and damn, I can't think of the channel. Oh, the Lifetime channel. Like, they used to show her episodes like late at night, like during the time where it's 18 plus hours. And I think the first one I watched, the topic was about sex toys, how women should choose which sex toys they good for them.
Did we have the same? Like, that's the only other one I think I remember too. And she went in depth in it. I actually learned a lot about I know. I learned a lot about female sex toys. I was really young when I saw this too, so I was just like, oh, okay,
I mean, she didn't really like show any graphics on it, but she described it by words. It's like, you need to find a toy that fits for your privates because one might be too. Don't giggle. One might be too small. One might be too big for you.
Yeah, I mean that's a valid thing too.
You need to find out your variety of range and what you're more comfortable with, and that like tit for tick. She's always saying lubricant. Like lubricant is like something like she's studied that most people don't use, and a lot of times people do get like injured or somewhat hurt from it because they're not using lube. So kids, if you're gonna do it, lube up.
Yep. Lube up. What the fuck was that again? Oh yeah, and try to go out and get like an actual lube because like this is actually real advice too. Like don't try to go use like lotion or something like that.
Because a water-based one. I hear that's
thank you. That's the better way to put. That's the better.
Really helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a better way to phrase it. Because like don't think that that certain other household products will just double as it. It might be fine for like the guy or something like that, but like inserting that into someone might not be the best idea. So be careful with that. Also, I was gonna say this, Dr. Ruth, I think is the only person in my life I've ever heard say, and I'm gonna clarify this by saying this specific phrasing of the word I've ever heard in my life say clitoris out loud.
Really?
Yes, I heard him say clit, obviously, countless times, but like
clitoris.
I've never heard anyone say clitoris like ever in my, except for me. That's the second time I've heard it is me saying it out loud right now. No one I've ever heard, I think, has ever said that. And I don't think I've ever heard many people say that word at all. Like, which is kind of crazy when you really think about it. Like, male or female or anything in between. I've never heard anyone, really say the word even clit. Like, it's like almost.
Because like they don't really talk about that part of it,
but that's an important part.
It is.
I'm not even joking.
I'm saying they don't talk about it that often in in movies and things like that. No, I think that's like where you're getting your references from, right?
Yeah, but that's all. I mean, also real people, like both movies, both pop culture, both like even like my own like friend circles, like circles in my lifetime. It's funny because like. Making even like the whole reference I made earlier to how big your load is or whatever, like say shit like that, talk about like other things referring genitalia and sex and like coming or whatever, but I've never really heard people talk about like clitoris, the clit, more about female things, things. That sounds weird. We don't have to say. I just think it's funny. So no Clorox as lube. No Clorox as lube. Do not do that. No motor oil either. By the way, Clorox as lube. Not to go on about Clorox as lube, but there's this commercial that's been in my head ever since I brought up commercials. I gotta just sing it out loud to get it out of my head. Clorox made I think it's called Bleach 2 or Clorox 2. And like the song is like Mama got the magic something Clorox. Like how's it go? Like I know it's like this weird like sort of like reggae tune. It's like Mama's got the magic. Mama's got the magic. Mama's got the magic in Clorox too, or something like that. But yeah. Anyways,
what? What?
The guy sounds like he would be a reggae, and he's obviously not doing reggae, but the guy sounds like he'd be like a reggae singer because his accent. But that fucking jingle lives rent free in my head whenever I think about like old commercials I saw as a kid. Like I don't know why, it's just like I can't stop thinking about it. It's one of those many commercials I've seen, but that one has a soundtrack.
All that precious real estate in your head is just preoccupied by useless information.
Yeah, Mama's got them. Exactly. I might be getting the lyrics wrong, but that's basically how that song goes. I'm not gonna look it up.
Right.
Yeah, I am not gonna look it up because then it will really be stuck in my head. Because then I'm sure there's a second half to that song I'm forgetting. So yeah.
Let it be lost in there forever. Let it stay lost.
Exactly. Hot. I know you meant to put hot tub DTL, but let's think put hot tube DTL.
Oh, that's hot tub. That's right.
Soon.
What do you mean hot tube?
It says hot tube.
It doesn't.
Up there. Hot
where?
Tube. Horror just said hot tube.
I didn't put hot tube. What are you reading?
Not there in the chat. I just realized you wrote hot tub.
I wrote hot tub. Yeah.
It just happened to be that Leslie wrote hot tube DTL right when I guess you wrote hot tub on the picture, which it is working for me by the way. But I'm blocking it with the outline, which we should move on to in a second. But it just made me laugh because it made me think of like. I won't go into the details about the specifics of using the lube, but I will say that one time I accidentally, which is fine if you want to buy it or if you want to like use this lube. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Nothing adverse happened, which is odd, and I was expecting it. I accidentally bought heating lube. I don't know what the proper word to that is, but like lube that heats up, and it was the weirdest thing to do. I mean, to feel. And I mean that literally. I mean like, because even when you put on your hands, like it would like kind of like get it like lathered up to like put anywhere else. It's like it's already heating up, and it's like, is this fucking vapor rub for my penis? And yeah. Anyways, things I did not think I would say when I woke up this morning. It's vapor rub for my penis.
Well, yeah. If this is the hill you want to die on, then you know.
I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing in like Manuel said a very dirty thing. I'm laughing just the hilarity of the things I'm like. Do you ever come to that realization? It was like, wait, when I woke up this morning and I was like, did I know I was gonna like not end the day, but you know I was gonna talk about. I was gonna say those words in that order together.
Jeez. Just you, man. Just you. You live your best life, Manuel. I'm not gonna stop you. Although your best life probably isn't the best way to live, but you know, it's up to you.
I already told because I was like I better see Warren Booty. I already told Warren that when we do the hot tub stream that he better he better bring out his nippies so we could I'll get like, you know, some more nipple. It's a running gag because like we always get scared because Warren always wears like these Warren does not know what sleeves are. I'll just put it like that. So like he's always wearing like either tank tops or like made tank tops. Like we cut off the sleeves, I think.
Oh, nice.
And
that's true, actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, but there's always like the danger of like whenever he moves too much or whatever. It's like, and more than once somebody notices, like in the chat or one of us is like, there's a nipple. Like move, sit back, cover your nipple. Because we're just scared of like, you know, getting. Rightfully so, like no one's gonna really check on it, but like we're always a little worried. Don't leave that nipple on screen too long. But like, yeah, we put him in a fucking hot tub, put him in a kiddie pool, and it's like, take the nipples out. There you go.
I'm always sure that this is Dr. Ruth. I just drew her like really young. I imagine this is what she looks like.
She has really, really bountiful bosom.
Yeah, I imagine she was. In her heyday.
Yeah, I would imagine, and I was even. I don't know if joking is the right word. Doesn't even matter. I talked about like fucking Obama like the whole first half of the show, but I was even telling Wes earlier, like a couple nights ago. I was like, man, it's like I know she's old and all, but she has to know her way around a penis or like around sex or. Yeah, I talked about having sex with an old lady. Anyways.
She's an insect expert. She knows what she's doing.
I'm pretty sure that would be pretty unforgettable. Probably many more ways than I'd imagine. But
she's literally our modern day version of Kinsley.
Probably not 94. Probably not 94 right now. If that's your thing, that's fine.
What about Catherine Zeta-Jones? Like, she's still rocking it.
Maybe if she was still 70. But like, yeah, it's like, hey, how about I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. How about we go over there? I'm gonna say it because it's actually not horrible. It is horrible, but it's not like anything that I get like canceled for. Like, hey, Dr. Ruth, how about we go over there and I just pretend for a second you're Barack Obama.
You're so dumb.
Put on this mask.
I know. I get one of those, the Halloween masks. So I get a Barack Obama mask. Oh, we used to sell those at party. I regret not buying one. Just not because the Barack Obama thing. I just regret like not just having that for convenience. Yeah. Because like I try to look one up. Don't ask why, but like, I actually don't remember why. But I tried to look one up, like a Barack Obama one recently, and I'm like, it's like way more than we sold it for. I'm like, fuck. But anyways, that's a lot of things at Party City. Party City, fun fact, they'll always sell their costume stuff cheap because they want you to go in there and buy other shit. I don't know if that mentality ever works for any retailer, but that's what every retailer thinks.
I also just stopped going to Party City to buy costumes because I can just make it myself.
Yeah, the cosplayer way.
The low cosplay budget man has inspired me.
As long as it wasn't the anime man. I
got Halloween clubs. I'm good.
Such a rip, dude. Well, I can't believe you.
What? Because I talked shit about the anime man?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. You know.
Well, I'll go back again and reiterate that I don't think he's a horrible person.
He isn't.
I don't think he's like I'm not saying let's cancel him or anything like that. I'm saying
good luck with that. You'll be canceled before you even try to cancel him.
Exactly. I will say that I think he has a very one-note personality-wise. I don't know if people really like him. His content, that's what I mean to say more accurately. People like him for whatever.
Oh, okay.
I think he has a very one-note personality. And other than that, I just think it's funny that a lot of people might... And I thought he was mild. Okay, I don't know who it was. I should be fair. Maybe it wasn't him. But I think that little trio of people might have been a little DV. Somebody in that group was. If not all of them. But yeah. Could have been Mr. Cronexia. A little Diva-y.
Diva-y?
Look at this, because they had their little entourage. But yeah. Anyways. I don't know. Your titties. So that's Weston said titties, by the way. Speedos times 9,000. Yeah, we're going to have Speedos on.
Batman said titties.
Yeah. Oh, I said Weston, didn't I? Anyways.
I said Speedos.
Speedos. I had this... I see if I should write things down. I had this Dr. Ruth thing I was going to say earlier, and I forgot what it was. And now it's one of those tip of my tongue things where I feel like I know what it is, but I really can't remember what it was. So we'll just move on. We'll skip some of these segments because there's some time thing, and I want to get back to the art in a second, and we're mildly running out of time. But I won't go too. Actually, we'll skip the JV Actress of the Week because I feel like we should talk about it more another day anyway. I won't show. Topic. Yeah, I won't show the relationship advice thing because I don't feel like putting the link in here and doing all this all over again. I was gonna read it to you guys, but there was this whole thing about like this there was this whole thread, like it was from like 2 days ago, where this dude had this BFF, like another dude had this BFF, and then they were gonna move in together, and then the BFF's like, "Nah, man, I don't think we're gonna move in. I'm gonna move in with you anymore." And he's like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'm a little upset, but I guess whatever." And then he came to find out it's because that his homie is having sex with this girl, and I mean specifically like they're not together. And this girl's controlling him now. It's like, oh, you can't hang out with your friend anymore. I don't want you living with him. I don't want you hanging out with that guy. And it was a funny concept thing to bring up about like, I think we've all had that relationship where, if it's not our relationship, we've definitely had like that friend who's had a relationship where like they get taken out of the friend group by the significant other.
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah. It's true. It's unfortunate, but true.
And it's funny. Have you ever been that person who's been taken out of the relationship by a significant other? Has been the bad person, because I've been that bad person, which is the funny thing. It's like I know damn well, like I'm like, yeah, sorry, friends I've had for decades or however long it's been. It's like I gotta this person lets me have sex with them, and I know that sounds like so crass, but honestly, like at the end of the day, it's like, why did I do any of that? Why did I?
Yeah, it's because you were young and you know experienced.
Exactly. I think that's what it was. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think that's what it was. I know in my particular situation, other people might have more complicated ones. I know for a damn fact that was my situation. It was like, sorry, homies I've known for like since I was like a literal child. This person lets me have sex with them. Talk to y'all later. Stay around if you want.
And that's thinking back on it, I'm just like, man, that sucks. I was like whipped.
No, exactly, and mind you, this could all happen in other situations and roles circles, and genders, all mix and match. Just talking about specific ones that we've experienced. Don't be that. Well, actually, I guess everyone learns from things, so I guess like if you're gonna be that person, at least learn from it. But try not to be that person. Just value everyone. Value your friends. Value the people that your significant others. Value the people that And if they want to change too much about you, like really weigh the pros and cons of what you're doing, and make damn sure that one of the biggest pros is not just. And I'm being this dead serious. Make sure one of the pros is not the ability to have sex regularly, easily. Is your one of the giant pros. If that is, you're probably thinking totally in the wrong mindset.
And if you're still young, you go ahead.
If you're still young, then
make mistakes. You'll figure out what works and what doesn't work for you.
Just put some tassels on those. But yeah, have you ever had a homie do that to you? Or you ever been that homie did it to someone else, Wes? Leave you for someone else? Oh, not leave you. Sounds funny. Like leave you friendship wise for someone else. That's Warren right there. Wait, are you there, Wes?
Wes? Oh, he might have DC'd.
Oh shit. Well, he'll come back.
Yeah, he'll come back.
But yeah, that's I was gonna just joke that's Warren right there. Damn you, Les. I'm just kidding.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, you hit mute.
What I missed?
Oh no, we were just talking. I was just saying about when like a homie leaves you for like someone else, like a relationship, like
story of my life.
I mean, that happens, and
it's happened way too many times.
It really
but
does.
It's like I'm not mad. Like you have priorities, and I can't give you those priorities. Someone else has to.
Well, there is also the factor that, like, obviously there's leaving someone like the way we said, like where it's all like, oh yeah, I'm young and I just want to have sex. So, yeah, that's one thing. There's also the kind of like, okay, maybe I need to like close in my circle because now I'm marrying this girl and we're having kids. That's a different story. And that's more of like, not only it's even so much cutting off people, it's more like, oh, we don't have as much time. But I'm talking about the people who are just dead ass, like my girlfriend said I can't hang out with you, so get the fuck out. Or some other variant therein. That's some bullshit.
That's right. Maybe.
I remember to circle. Oh wait, we weren't live for that, but real fast. To circle it back to D&D. I used to have, actually it wasn't D&D, it was Palladium Fantasy, which is another RPG system, but still RPG. There was this RPG group I had, and one of the guys I had met through a friend. They joined our circle, like a little like party, like really new to it. Only played with us a couple times. And then I remember like I went up to him one time at lunch. It was like this at like high school or whatever. It's like he was with his girlfriend, but like they weren't like with each other. Like she was just like around the corner of this like pole that he was leaning on, and I don't think I even recognized she was there or whatever. And I went up to him like, oh yeah, we're gonna play again on Saturday. Make sure to go by to so and so's house. We'll be there at like noon. And I took off. And he called me later on that day, and he's all like, oh yeah, my girlfriend said if you ever see her with me, you can't come up and talk to me anymore.
What?
I'm not making this up. And I was like, what the? And I was so mad at him. I think I don't remember if that was why, the specific reason why, but yeah, we ended up like, yeah, you can't play with us anymore. I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Dang, that's messed up.
Yep.
That's funny though. I mean, how old was he? How old? Were you guys?
Well, we were he was a little older than me, but we were teenagers in high school, so we're like high school age. Like I was like 14, he was probably like 16.
Okay.
So yeah,
I mean that's typical. I think of high school.
And it's funny because I think I eventually did see her because I remember I walked by another day and I'm like I saw him and her and she like scowled at me and I was like, oh, that must be her. But it was funny because at the time when he was telling me this, I'm like, what girl? It's like I didn't see anyone with you. You were leaning against a pole when I walked up to you, or like a little like brick thingy. And then she's like, oh, she was sitting down, and I'm like, how does that count? But anyways, yeah. And like, how would I didn't see her. Like, what's gonna happen if I start talking to you when I'm not supposed to, and she just like is behind a wall? You know, I don't know. But yeah.
Man.
Anyways, we'll start. We might start wrapping this up in a second. What else do we have? Some Eroge recommendations. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to be talking about a visual novel. One of the very first ones I ever played, and tune into that. I was going to hint at it today, but I'm not going to. I'll save all these segments for later because I already wrote them, and now half the show is written for the next time, guys.
Is it the one about the paraplegic girl and the girl with her legs missing?
No, was it you who told about that game? I feel like I only found out about that. I definitely only found out about that game recent. Very recent. I mean, within my A to J days. Yeah, the one where like basically it's a harem game, but everyone is like disabled in some way.
Yeah.
And isn't there a girl? Well, there's a girl with with like no limbs, right?
No.
Or does she have just no legs? I think there's a girl with no limbs. Like she's just like a torso and a head, and like Katawa Shoujo. Yeah, I think that game's free, by the way. Like legally free. You can just go out and like you can just go download it this second. I'll have a link to it. I guess we'll talk about that game real fast. Yeah, that game. That game's odd. It's funny. I'm not gonna lie. And it probably sounds like this, by the way. We're just offhandedly describing it. I thought it was going to be a very offensive game. That's the right way to put this. I thought it was going to be very offensive. I was even went in playing it because I don't know somebody told me about it in the earlier A to J days. It's like relatively recently though, but like 2016 or so. Anyway, somebody told me about it and I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna go play this game, and then like I said, it was free, so you could just download it. And I was just like, I was expecting like me to like shut it off after like a few minutes. It's like it gets like horrible, like, you know, as in like but no, it's like I think the whole point is I don't know who made it, maybe they are a monster, but I think the whole point is meant to be like, oh yeah, look, it's a love story between people who have like physical limitations or whatever, you know.
Yeah, it's like it was really like, oh, it's really kind of beautiful how they did it. I was like, oh, interesting. I was not expecting this because like I think my first what do you call it? What's the term? When I was first introduced to it, it was through a meme where it was a picture of the girl with the missing legs on the ground, and then there was like text options, and it was just like, and it was really bad. It was like, I can't believe you ran into me. Watch where you're going, idiot. And the options were like, oh, sorry, my bad. And it's like, oh, girl, what happened? Do you run through a landmine field? I was like, Jesus.
Oh, I saw that meme. I've seen, and like, that's not from the. Is that from the game? That's not from the game, right?
It is not. It is not from the game.
I want to make sure before I say that, because I don't know if I got that particular scene. So I'm like, but the game doesn't have dialogue like that. And that's the funny thing. Like, so I think memes have kind of destroyed it like that, where it's like you might have heard about it like that, and it's like, oh, this game is like, gonna.
That's so.
This game's fucked up.
Yeah, no, but the protagonist is like, you know, your typical protagonist. He's like, oh, no, it's like very kind, very like new student, new guy. It's like, oh yeah, nice to meet you kind of thing. What am I doing, man? I don't know how to do cursive anymore.
Yeah, it is. Wait. Yeah, it's Katawa Shoujo, various disabilities. The characters. Sorry, trying to open this up. Yeah, one of the girls has no legs. I remember she's the one. I think she wants to be a track person, so she has like.
Yes, she wants to be a track, so she ran track. Oh, it was so sad too. Like how like, the therapy that she went through, and
I remember her story the most. Yeah.
Yeah, hers was like the best. Everyone else was kind. Oh, I remember. I think there was like the one painter where she had to like. Was she missing her arms, and then she was painting, so she using her mouth in order to like paint.
Yeah.
I think I remember that. I think that was another one of them. I was like, wow, this is like. I think I didn't continue playing because I just got so sad, like going through it. I was just like, man, this is like, it's very nice, but man, I'm just like, I'm not in that mood to like be playing such a sad game right now.
Yeah, so one of them's deaf mute, which is interesting. I don't remember her at all. I'm not gonna lie, but like one of the girls is deaf mute. That seems like an interesting route to play.
The main girl had like a scar on her face. I think was that the mute?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna link this to the thing just in case. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what happened to the chat? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah,
sorry, I don't know why Twitch is being weird for me. There you go.
Twitch and Discord have been acting up apparently.
Yeah, like Twitch did not want to. Well, I think I'll do like the entire. Like, I don't think it's the stream's fault. It's running fine on my iPad now, but the desktop version has not been wanting to show me the video the entire time, which is why I had to open my iPad. Fuck, was I saying? Yeah, Katawa Shoujo. I guess we're talking about that game out of nowhere. Yeah, go play that game. It's a really good game. I did not know we were talking about that here, but there you go. I haven't played the whole thing, so I can't really vouch for like that much. I played through that girl's route, the one who had no legs. I remember her story a lot, and I think I played more than that. I just can't remember exactly. But yeah, I was like, oh wow, this game is not at all what I thought it would be.
It's not exactly what the internet would have made it out to be. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all up here for free. I'm just looking at the staff and everything.
And there we go. There's Dr. Ruth. And do you know who this is over here? Sitting
that
on
you?
Dr. Ruth? No, that's not me.
Who is that? The anime man?
The anime man. His little
It's the anime man.
Yeah.
I know. I'm dying here.
I love him. I love Giga Sea Dog VA. Is it? Wait, Giga. Yeah.
Oh, Sea Dog VA. I used to like him. I just him I don't like. I just don't like him any.
You don't. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna.
It's actually hilarious because is he the one I think that went to go hang out with Acme at some point, the Visual K band, and what's funny about that is that a friend of mine helped arrange that because she manages Acme, and she wanted me to cover it, and I was like, I really don't like him though. Like I really don't.
Like, why don't you? Okay, whatever.
I just find him annoying, and it's not even. Honestly, I'll just be straight up with you. There's not even a real reason per se. I just find him annoying. He's one of those annoying YouTubers that I just like. Something, and it wasn't like he said something like, "Oh, he's a Trump supporter." Oh, he said he's anti-mask. I don't think he's either of those. But it was like I was watching a video, and when the video was done, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna unsub. I don't want to watch this guy again." And it wasn't bad, like nothing like it. Just wasn't my kind of I just don't like him.
Okay. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. But I just don't like him, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah. And it was just like one of those things where you were just like, oh, everyone likes him. I don't want to like him. It's like, everyone likes the anime man. I don't like the anime man. Like, if you were that kind of person, then like I'd be like,
it's funny because like if the anime man were to have done that thing with Acme, or if the anime man was like not partnering, but like did a collab with the YouTuber I like, I would have been into both of those. It's the fact that C-Dog VA was there. I'm like, ugh. And then C-Dog VA did like a collab with one of my favorite YouTubers. Okay, I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip that episode.
That's my beef though. Like, I can't believe you just decided to say no because you didn't like his content and he just didn't bother going.
So yeah, that's
that's that. Wesley's lagging on Discord.
Are you here back in the chat, Wes?
No, yeah, it just drops. Like there's time where you guys are talking and it will freeze a few seconds and like, great, why is it doing this?
Looks like you need to get your internet checked too.
Yeah, it might be you too.
No, internet is strong. Like I have like the top tier. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's the Discord.
Yeah, it's definitely Discord then.
Do you Yeah, I think Discord's had some problems tonight in general. What did you say? Do you know who Sea Dog VA is, Wes?
Like just like with Anime Man, he's not in my.
Oh, okay. He's not in your circle.
My realm of watchable. Like I said, I'm not hating on him. Just like I just hate it when people are like, "Oh, you need to watch it because everyone else is doing it." I'm like, no, I don't.
I stopped watching him before he went to Japan, so I didn't really remember that much about like about that stuff. Actually, no, I stopped watching him afterwards. It doesn't matter. But I remember when he wasn't in Japan, it was a lot easier if I didn't want to watch him because he would never really interact with anyone else. But ever since he's been in Japan, it's like he's like in a lot more things. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's my favorite things about Connor is that he did the did the crane pulling at the crane store. Oh, what do you call it? Yeah, it's a big huge complex where like there are a bunch of crane games there. And he spent like $500 in yen in order to get like a bunch of things that weren't even like making his money send after the fact. Got like a bunch of Mario Kart things that cost only like $2 in the store, but spent like $100 trying to get them all from that one crane pulling game. And yeah, so that's probably one of my favorite bits.
You're just a horrible YouTuber lover. I'm just kidding.
You're ripping so hard. I didn't even say anything bad. Like I didn't say anything bad about you not liking us. I agreed that it's okay to not like his content. And you're just here hating. It's like how funny. You hate whenever we play games together, and you're just like, yeah, I hope you die. It's like, dude, we're playing Mario Party. What's going on? Gosh, man,
Manuel. Being a bitch, yeah, man. Hey, shut up, yeah, like, Weston. Shut up, Lauren.
Like I haven't even antagonized you. I haven't even ripped on you for anything else. You just called me out.
Well, Mario Party also can make people really angry, just like Mario Kart. It's like fuck you. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an angry gamer. What's funny is I'm not gonna lie. That kind of gamer is the word. Okay, because I don't think I'm that bad, but like I'm basically like the Mario equivalent of the really horrible like first-person shooter gamer. I'm just not racist, but I'm just like that horrible version of like the what I'm trying to say, like that kind of person who's always trash talking and being an asshole. It's like I feel like that kind of person, but for Mario games. Like I don't mean Mario specifically. I mean like just as like not normal. You know what I'm trying to say? Like more party games. That's better to phrase it. I don't know. I get very angry sometimes. I don't know. And even when I'm playing a game like Smash Brothers, I don't know how to fucking play. I've tried to learn, and it's just not like I just don't know how to play that kind of fighting game. What was I getting at here? That like I'll like even though I suck and anyone can beat me on their worst day on my best. If I accidentally win a round or something like that, which will happen just because of odds, I will talk so much shit. The one time I win, huh?
You often do, yes.
Yes. The one time I win, you better like you will hate me for life just because I win that one time. You're not gonna hear the end of it, and I'll bring it up again. Like even if you beat me 10 more times, you'd be like, "Yeah, man, you suck. I just beat you 10 times." It's like, well, I beat you that one time, you bitch. That basically.
Like you haven't beaten me at Mario Kart yet either, because you're always like getting beaten by the CPUs too, so you never get close to me in first place.
I remember we were playing. So we'll wrap up. I remember we were playing Mario Kart one time, and like that one time I went up to NorCal to go to San Francisco, but I never went to San Francisco because like the concert got canceled. I was going to, so I just stayed in San Jose. Anyways, we were playing Mario Kart in that hotel. I remember we were I think we were drinking too, and it was just so funny because as we were drinking. We were all placing lower and lower in the race, including you. But our places pretty much stayed perfect. Like you were still like, even if you placed third when you were getting drunk, you were still like 2 places above like me, who was placing last by that point or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like we were just moving slowly down, but as a nice chunk. But yeah. But see, I forgot what his name is. I don't remember his name. Patrick. I don't know. I remember there was a race where he beat you.
Yeah.
Like for just one race in the Grand Prix, he beat you in that one race, and he kind of busted on me because he was talking all this shit. Even though I think I was trying to have you unlock things for me, or you're trying to give me 3 stars and like 1 cup I was missing.
Yeah.
And he fucked it up. And I was like, why? Like, why are you so gloating? Like, you fucked. Like, I wanted to do that for me, and you just fucked it up.
I wasn't even upset. I had to go to the bathroom. Like, I stood up and left after that race. I was like, oh, I gotta go pee. And you guys mistook it for me like getting upset about losing. I was like, no, I had to really go pee. Like, I was holding that in the entire race.
It was funny though. It was just funny because like you I think that was the only time you didn't come in first that entire, except for when you lose computer when you were drunk. But the only time you didn't come in first, like that entire day, and he kind of busted at me and talked all this shit. But yeah, and you got up, and I think we thought that you were mad. But yeah,
yeah, I remember at one point I got so just like bored about getting first, I started bullying you in last. I was just like,
I know you were like laughing.
Yeah, I was like lapping you, and then I came to see you, and I was just like, oh look, it's Manuel, and then I just stayed there trying to get like red shells, trying to hit you with it. And like every time you would go behind me, I would slow down so you would catch up.
Oh my god.
Good times. Good
times. Do you have any Ecchi Rex while we start rapping? Let's look at the art first. I forgot. Okay. Wes, what do you think about this? Oh wait, we're still working on it, but you can keep working on it as we wrap up. I'm not gonna lie. I would not have to pretend she was Obama in this picture. I mean. I just had to go back to that. Sorry, I don't think I would still have sex with Talk to. There, is that what you wanted to hear?
Is that what you wanted? Is that what's gonna get highlighted and clipped?
Yeah, exactly. There's a soundbite of me on the internet now where I just said, "Yeah, I'd have sex with Dr. Ruth," and there it is again. Anyway, yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Wes? Would you would you see? Would you check out her expertise? Anime Man's riding your ass, literally. Oh man, what is this show?
I think he dipped out again.
Dipped out again. Well, what do you have for an Ecchi Rec? I called you Warren Weston in my head every other name, but I was thinking.
Let me pull it up. I have to.
Chivos, Jizzo. I'm gonna accidentally call you Jizzo or Jizzy in the wrong chat. But
there's this one. But, I wish it would have the numbers on here. Definitely help with getting this immediately. This one is a two-part series.
Warren, I will fight you in Guilty Gear. Let's go.
Also relatively new.
Oh.
Yeah. Relatively new. Like it's
is there like an alien doing like martial arts in the corner? I just realized that.
No, he's posing like a beachgoer.
Oh, is that Obama? Is that Obama? Is that like?
Dude,
no, it's not
you
Obama.
have a real problem with Obama.
He kind of looks like he's a turnip or something on the head.
It is not.
That's his hair slicked back.
Well, is Obama's hair slicked back?
No, I mean the character you're drawing. I didn't say Obama is.
Oh, I thought. Sorry, I guess I misheard multiple things there.
339912. Let me see what this. I think I put it in the chat before I even saw what it was myself. I mean, it's already on the screen, but let me see what this is. And hentai. That number. Oh wow, I like this art.
This is the one where they do. I think they do the time lapse thing. That's been getting kind of popular in it. You know what I'm talking about?
No, you mean like a time skip, or what do you mean?
No, so there's this thing with a lot of doujins where they do a time lapse, so it's like one page and like it shows like the same scene, like the background is like the same, but then the character moves and the characters move in different places around the room, and like you see like it getting darker or lighter. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is one picture where like where this dude, the homeboy standing up. Girls in the front, girls in the back. We'll just let your mind work on that. But yeah. And anyways, I don't know why I'm like, come to me, Obama. But anyways, did I just say I would eat Obama's ass? Maybe I did. But okay, I need to shut up because I am saying things I do not want on the internet. Hold on, let me go back to the chat. And 364, is that the part 2?
I just threw a number.
Oh, you threw that number. Sorry. Oh, did you actually know what that is, or you just threw in any number?
I just threw a random number.
Hold on, I need to see what this is. It's called D mode. Oh, even though it's random, this is pretty interesting. There's like a mermaid, but she's like, wait, is she wearing a mermaid tail, or is she an actual mermaid? Yeah, she's part of a mermaid. But it's so... Oh, it's a Dragon Quest 11. I just realized what this is. Okay. It's Dragon Quest 11. Yeah. By the way, they announced Dragon Quest 12 is coming out soon. So not soon, but it's coming out eventually.
Oh, that's why a bunch of like the VTubers are playing it.
Yeah, and Dragon Quest 10 is getting a... Which I didn't know they could do this. I mean, obviously they can do it as like they want. But I've never heard of anyone else doing this. They're like un-MMOing DQ10, and they're releasing it as a game, as a single-player game.
Oh, that's nice.
Which literally is what I wish they would do for every other story-based MMO out there.
Yeah, that sounds really... Yeah, because there's too many multiplayer games out there. Or they haven't invested in like a lot of single player games. That's what I'm missing out on for sure.
Yeah.
But shout out to like the co-op games where it's like It Takes Two or God, there are a bunch of good ones.
Whoa. Snipper clips.
Snipper clips, yeah. Like those ones are really fun to play with too. Like just you and your bro.
Yeah. Everyone go watch well, let's start wrapping this up, but go watch Kitchen Cat Soup. You played It Takes Two last night.
Oh,
it's funny.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna take all night to do it because I started so late. I'm like, I need to finish writing this show, and it's funny because most of what I wrote we didn't use. I'm just gonna save it. But I'm like, I need to write this show. I need to write my DTL like last night. I'm like, I need to do it fast, and I did it. I actually did it like before 10. I was like, oh, I'm free. I'm like, what the hell? Started playing games, but yeah, I missed your stream because I thought I was gonna have to work on this shit all night.
Oh, that's fine.
I wanted to watch it though because it sounded like it was fun.
It was really fun. We actually got to like a really fun stage and we did a lot of stupid things. We were just two idiots doing good things, I thought. Yeah. Yeah, check us out. We're currently working on something big and probably won't come out to July, but it should be a lot of it. The main big part of it's almost done. So look forward to that. Yeah. That's it though. For me, anything else from US?
Yeah, you don't stream. You gonna stream anymore? I know we mentioned this last week.
The thing is, like, I was waiting for stuff to be on sale or like stuff I can use to stream because I bought something and it was out of date. And I bought, what is it?
Oh,
I got the new HD60S. Yeah. The Elgato HD60S for because I bought like 15 Nintendo Switch games because I'm a hoarder with Nintendo, and I'm gonna start streaming Nintendo Switch games really soon. I actually need to do the setup.
I think you can still use the Elgato for the Switch, can't you? I think I have an Elgato. Yeah, my Elgato's old. Like,
I got the newest one, so it's like it's gonna read it.
Okay, yeah, because like my Elgato is old. I mean, it still works and it's like still like HD or whatever. I think it's 1080 only, but I mean, I don't think I can stream anything more than that anymore, or even record more than that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, but my Elgato's old and it definitely picks up the Switch. I think I actually run it like, which probably maybe I don't think that counts for slowdown, but like my TV setup is actually through the Elgato. This is complicated, but anyways. Oh, you should start streaming then, Wes. You should get on that. Go play some some King of Dragons or Final Fight.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Lolo. That's not even a joke. I actually wanted to play Lolo. I wanted to be on it's on the NES. Right? Yeah, it's on the NES thing. All three Lolos are. I never even played part 2 and 3, but when I was a kid, I used to always want to play Lolo 1 because I think there's like infinite continues. It's just like keep playing until you decide you're either done because there's no way to save it. Well, you can save it on the Switch though, or until you decide you're done or you beat it. But as a kid, I never had that.
It had on codes.
But as a kid, I did it? I don't remember that. As a kid,
all of them had codes on.
As a kid, I had no patience though, and I just never beat it. Even though you could technically just keep playing until you beat it, I just never had that patience.
Yeah.
My patience to beat off is only. Oh, I said that bad. My patience to beating it is only for beating off, is what I meant to say. Oh my god, I said that backwards. Anyways, my name is Manuel. I got no jokes, but no, I'm a G. Remember that?
it. That's who you are.
Ew, did I spit something up?
I think you did. It sounded gross.
Yeah, did you hear that? I did.
Yeah.
I tried to laugh, but something got caught in my throat. And I'm like, what was that? I coughed it up.
That was my balls in your throat.
No, it was like...
No, it was like... not that today. It was something else.
Oh, that was weird. Anyways...
Was it Obama balls?
It probably was. I mean, I didn't... Anyways, tomorrow's DTL, tune into that. Like I said, my presentation is going to be kind of different and fun. It should be short, because you'll know when you see it tomorrow, but my presentation, I had to like use the way back machine because like nothing's on this topic anymore. It's crazy. And even then, I feel like I'm only scratching the surface because it's all just my memory and then what I found. And because I did not give myself enough time to really deep dive, but I did enough. I did enough for DTL. I'm not making a fucking YouTube deep dive. But and then myself, Warren, Hal, and Pleiades is all sausage special. So tune into that one. It'll be 4 guys drunk on the internet together. What could possibly go wrong? Tuesday's UPZ. Next Friday there's no FAP, but there is we're not playing Wild Arms on Wednesday. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons on Wednesday. Shadows over Mystara or whatever whatever fuck that game's called. But we're playing the D&D beat 'em up on our stream on Wednesday. Wild Arms Adventures, A to J Adventures. We're giving Wild Arms a 1 week break because we're getting burnt out on that game. But we played that game all year, and we still haven't beaten it.
Yeah, geez. What the
See,
heck?
this is why you need to buy books with those.
I have it. Well, no, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie. There've been 2 streams. One of them was pretty much like 3/4 of the stream. We wasted like 90 minutes giving spells funny names. Like, there's one attack spell we called Saint Titties, and there's one called like $69 and shit like that.
Wow. Like,
yeah, they all have stupid names like that, and like we even named a spell after Leslie. It's called X_Haro_X or whatever, but we don't know what. And the funny part is, as you might could tell, what's the problem with this is we don't know what the spells are after a while. We're all like, what is this? What does X_Haro do again? we don't know. We forgot. There's one called Burger King. Like, not all of them are just they're just stupid. There's one called Golden Shower. Anyways. We waste time on shit like that, and then we wonder why we played this game all year.
It's like, why haven't we finished it?
What do you mean we spend 2 hours giving them stupid names?
Okay. All right, so I guess that's about it.
Oh yeah, right? That's that. Thank you all for watching. I like how our viewer count went up to. Oh, it went back down. Okay. The view count went up, the jump back down. I guess the people who tuned in realized we were done. Anyways, thank you all for watching. We'll be back next week, hopefully, which is the 25th. Hopefully. If not, then just follow us and we'll have some updates. Fun fact: we were supposed to have a little twofer host for both UPZ and FAP this week. Hopefully, we do that in 2 weeks. Because they just had to take some time off and personal reasons. So we were actually going to have a VTuber on tonight, but yeah, and it wasn't Nyaru, so that would have been fun. But yeah.
Oh,
what's your name? The crazy
one? No, not that crazy one either.
Yoru.
Yeah. It's another VTuber. No one like big. I'm not announcing anything like, we would have like this gigantic. I mean, I would say they're not big, but you know. Mm-hmm. Anyways, it's just another VTuber friend of mine was going to be on, but not Yoru. Oh, that would have been fun, but like also, it's funny because I think that was the first FAP I started drinking. And I drank for like the next 4 FAPs after that. Like this was never really meant to be a drinking show per se, but when she came on, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get my drinks, and start early tonight. You remember that? Because she came.
Interesting character, that one.
Yeah, and it was just like I think I need to drink to deal with, not to deal with it, like as in like she's a horrible person.
All right,
just to like get my mind going
before we go.
Our viewers went up again. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Oh, she does owe me an appearance on anyways, we'll go on to that. Maybe we'll have a double VTuber special that week. All right. Peace out. Thank you, Dr. Wes, aka Dr. Ruth, for showing up tonight. Remember to use lube and to make sure it's water based.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, real advice. Not even a joke.
Lube up.
Peace out.
Bye. Take care. Bye.
Good night.